This is CBS News New York.
Now on CBS News New York, 4 people dead, including an NYPD officer after a shooting in a Midtown office tower.
I've never shot a gun before. I never heard a gun go off in the, so I thought the ceiling was collapsing. I didn't know what it was. When I saw all these people running, I was really scared.
What we're learning about the gunman as police search for a motive. Good morning on this Tuesday, July 29th. I'm Cindy Shu in for Chris Raggi.
And I'm Mary Kelly. Welcome to CBS News New York. Police have identified the suspect as 27-year-old Shane Tamura of Las Vegas. They say he shot and killed 4 people, including an NYPD officer, and injured another before taking his own life. The shooting took place at a skyscraper that is home to the headquarters of both the NFL and Blackstone.
The officer killed was 36-year-old Didarul Islam, an immigrant from Bangladesh. His dignified transfer happened overnight. He served as an officer 3.5 years. According to Commissioner Tisch, Islam leaves behind 2 young boys, and his wife is pregnant with their 3rd child. Christina Fan and Adi Guajardo have team coverage all morning long with the latest details.
We'll get to that in just a minute, but first let's turn things over to the First Alert weather, and Tony Sadiku has your First Alert forecast. Tony.
Good morning, Mary and Cindy. It's absolutely tough news to wake up to this morning, but we'll get you through the heat, and that is the big weather story, that's for sure. First Alert Weather Day continues today through tomorrow. Heat and storms, we'll throw that in the mix by tomorrow. Today it's all about the heat. There you go, heat alerts in effect just about everywhere. Even some of you that weren't in the alerts yesterday, you've been included today. That includes Sullivan, all of Dutchess now. And you see the area is now in a warning in sections of northeastern New Jersey. So something to watch out for. We do turn it up a notch today. Tough mornings, you rely on some cooling relief. Not the case now. Upper 70s for most, mid 70s on the island. You got a couple of spots in the 60s, but they're few. Sayville 68, Walden is 66 at this hour. Day planner, good looking day. The hazy skies, it's a hot day. 97 is where we're headed. Whew. Really makes you savor the 70s, even though it's already plenty muggy when you step outside. Feels like triple digits. We'll do that with ease this afternoon. Waiting on a cold front that will spell relief in our forecast, Cindy. We'll time it out and some impacts on the way as we get ready for some wet weather. We'll have more of that coming up.
Tony, thank you. And now to a check on your First Alert traffic. Here's traffic reporter Guy Stanier with the latest.
Good morning, Cindy. Due to that NYPD investigation in Manhattan, Park Avenue remains closed in both directions between 46th and 52nd Streets. We have reporters on scene, and we'll have much more on this in just a moment. Over to New Jersey, the car lanes are closed on the southbound side for construction between exits 14 and 8. The truck lanes are closed on the northbound side. Thankfully, no delays through the area. Checking mass transit due to the ongoing switch problems at Hoboken to World Trade. In Hoboken to 33rd Street will run every 10 minutes until Labor Day for PATH trains. NJ Transit and Light Rail will continue to cross-honor tickets. Everything currently running on or close to schedule. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Mary and Cindy, back to you.
Guy, thank you. And more now on that deadly shooting in Midtown that claimed the life of an NYPD officer and 3 others. The high-rise office building remains an active crime scene at this hour as police investigate the terrifying incident.
We're learning more about the gunman and how he ended up in Midtown. Christina Fan joins us live from the scene with the very latest. Christina.
Well, Mary and Cindy, investigators are still trying to determine why this shooter targeted 345 Park Avenue specifically. Preliminary findings show that the suspected shooter, originally from Las Vegas, drove all the way across the country to come here to New York City, where he double parked his car on the street, walked inside that building, and began shooting indiscriminately. Confusion, shock, and horror in Midtown Manhattan as officers in tactical gear swarm 345 Park Avenue during Monday evening's rush. Terrified office workers ran out of the building with their hands above their heads, others barricading themselves inside rooms with furniture after hearing reports of an active shooter inside.
I heard all these loud bangs, no idea what it was. I turned around, all these people were running.
This man, too shaken to show his face on camera, was on the 15th floor.
I came out 5 minutes later, one of my coworkers came out, and he said he saw 2 people get shot.
Law enforcement sources say this is an image of the suspected shooter, 27-year-old Shane Tamora, moments before he opened fire inside the building, shooting 5 people and killing 4, including NYPD officer Ditterol Islam. This is a photo of the M4 rifle after it was recovered. Authorities say the suspect was carrying this concealed firearms permit.
Enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire.
Authorities say Tamora shot 2 more people in the lobby before making his way up to the 33rd floor, the site of Rudin Management, where he fired multiple rounds, striking another victim before shooting himself fatally in the chest. The police commissioner and Mayor Adams were emotional at a news conference at New York Presbyterian Hospital, where the officer killed was taken, along with other victims.
No words can describe this act of evil, a man who takes the life of others who are innocent. And no words can fill the void that has been left by this tragedy.
And according to law enforcement in Las Vegas, they say the suspect did have a documented mental health history. Authorities here say they were able to uncover prescription medication from the suspect's black BMW. At this time, they believe he acted alone. Reporting live from Midtown, Christina Fan, CBS News, New York.
Christina, thank you. And let's go now to Addie Guajardo live at the scene in Midtown with more on the officer who was killed. Addie.
Good morning, Cindy and Mary. A very active scene out here early this morning. Just moments ago, they towed away a black vehicle from this crime scene. And just hours ago, the dignified transfer of fallen officer Ditterol Islam took place. I want you to take a look at this video right here. This video shows community members, officials, and local leaders holding their hands to their hearts as Officer Islam is taken away in an ambulance. Governor Kathy Hochul wrote that Officer Islam represented the very best of New York. According to police, Islam was working for a private company as a paid off-duty security in uniform and was in the lobby of 345 Park Avenue when the gunman with a high-powered rifle opened fire. He joined the New York City Police Department 3.5 years ago and was assigned to the 47th Precinct in the Bronx. Mayor Eric Adams described him as an officer who loved his city, a man of faith, and a godly person, and called him a true blue New Yorker. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch says the city is mourning the innocent lives lost, adding that NYPD lost the brother.
He was doing the job that we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice, shot in cold blood, wearing a uniform that stood for the promise that he made to this city. He died as he lived, a hero.
Islam was a husband, a father of 2 boys, and his wife was pregnant with their 3rd child. Mayor Eric Adams posted just a few hours ago on X, writing in part, Islam put his life on the line for all of us and died a hero. Cindy, Mary, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Addie Guajardo live from Midtown. Addie, thank you. And continuing our team coverage, Bradley Blackburn joins us now from Midtown.
And Bradley, that building, 345 Park Avenue, houses some major companies, including the NFL and Blackstone. What are they saying about these deadly shootings?
Yeah, Mary, Cindy, remember this building occupies an entire city block. So many people work in this building. This morning, the NFL is releasing a statement. We want to show that to you right now. They said that one of our employees was seriously injured in this attack. He is currently in the hospital and is in stable condition. NFL staff are at the hospital and we are supporting his family. We believe that all our employees are otherwise safe and accounted for. The statement went on to say we are deeply grateful to law enforcement officers who responded to this threat quickly and decisively, and to Officer Islam, who gave his life to protect others. And again this morning, Mary and Cindy, officials do say that they believe this was a lone attacker, so there is no ongoing threat to the public. But the NFL went on to say in that statement that they are increasing security at this facility whenever their workers do come back to this building. And we do know that officials are probing any possible connection to the companies headquartered here, looking closely at the reason why this gunman attacked here.
Bradley Blackburn, thank you. And we know the suspect had a concealed carry permit issued in 2022, good for 5 years. It was still active, which means that the process works as it should. He had no red flags at the time he acquired the permit.
Now, here's what makes you ineligible to get a concealed carry permit in Nevada. If you have a felony conviction, you're barred. If you're convicted of stalking, you're barred. Same if you've habitually abused alcohol or drugs, or if you've been admitted to a mental health facility within the last 5 years. But this suspect has a documented mental health history, and officials say prescription meds were found in his black BMW nearby. Last night, we spoke with former NYPD Sergeant Felipe Rodriguez, and here's what he had to say about the concealed carry laws.
Well, we do know that a lot of states have enacted mental health laws, red flag laws, and if an individual feels, a family member or someone that's close to him would have thought that he did have some sort of mental issues, why wasn't that enacted? That's something that we're going to have to take a look at and see what Vegas has actually as a program to remove firearms from individuals that have mental health issues. And, it's part of the investigation. We're going to have to go into his cell phone, his social media, all these types of reservations to see why he still had firearms.
We will have continuing coverage as the morning continues. For updates anytime, go to cbsnewyork.com.
441 right now. Coming up, a growing outrage over Israel's war strategy and a new split between longtime allies. Details on the growing outrage over reported starvation levels in Gaza.
And new overnight, 6 firefighters hurt battling a massive blaze in Queens.